All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. All right, just want to do a lesson. All right, going into pretty much, us as the hopeful elect. All right. I speak for the majority of brothers when we say that we want to receive spiritual power. All right. The Lord promised that he was going to give certain of his elect men spiritual power. All right. And we hope, to be a part of that. All right. But, with that power, we can't be, afraid, when the power comes. Okay. The Lord wants to be able, to really use us, for his purpose. Okay. And that's to glorify his holy name. All right. And it's going to take a certain, type of spirit that the Lord is going to, put upon his servants, to be able to perform these miracles, man. And again, one of the things that's coming to my mind is, mounting up with wings as eagles, being able to fly. All right. Now that's something that's going to be exhilarating, man. All right. Because a lot of people are actually afraid of heights. OK, it's going to take a certain type of spirit that's going to be, hundreds of feet up in the air, man. All right. And again, this is all to the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Because when people see these things, all right, it's going to cause, the rest of the 1/3, all right, to fully believe. So let me actually get Isaiah 40. And again, we can't be afraid of these things, man. We can't be afraid. All right, to mount up with wings as eagles, because there's going to be some sort of anxiety, man. All right, but that's going to be easily done away with. Okay, because again, that power is the full assurance, the full faith. All right, so the Lord could take you all the way up there. All right. In the skies, man, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet going up for the first time. All right. Then you got to realize, like, look, if I'm up here, that means I'm supposed to be up here. All right. And that fear, that anxiety is all of the flesh. All right. Because, hey, man, we're saying this in faith because we believe that these things is going to happen. All right. Because it says it in the scriptures. Now, this is Isaiah 40 and 28. It says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, that's Lord in all caps, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not? So the Most High Yahweh, all right, the creator of all things in existence, okay, the Most High don't faint. All right, the Lord doesn't sleep. He doesn't get tired. All right. The Most High, he's infinite energy. Okay. Everything that is, all right, is of the Lord. That's why his name is He Is. All right. He's omnipotent. Okay. And the Lord, is in control of literally everything. Okay. The Lord, and that's the power in whom we serve. Okay, and we're fashioned unto his likeness. Okay, and the scriptures even say that we are gods. All right, we're Yasharallah. Yasharallah means he's the son of the power, or he's the prince of the power. Okay, and that's the spirit right now. I literally just seen is either a falcon, an eagle, or one of them birds just fly into a tree, a big one. All right, the Wadi Yahweh Shema was shy. It's either a sparrow, a falcon, or a bird. I mean, a sparrow, a falcon, or an eagle. All right, just fly into a tree right now. The Wadi Yahweh Shema was shy. All right, it's a big bird. Lord's will, I'm gonna take a picture of it. All right. I just try to get, the best photos that I could, but that's a big bird up there. Okay. And I'm just going into the scriptures. Let me continue. Okay. Isaiah 40:28. It says, hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. So there is no searching of the Most High's understanding. All right. You know how intricate and complex creation is. Okay. It's so far beyond any of our understanding that we will ever perceive. All right. Even in the kingdom with the immortal bodies, we're still not going to be able to understand the Most High. All right. So how much more Esau Edom now? All right. This devil, he went and searched out everything. All right. And he came to a conclusion that the Bible, for one, is 100% real and authentic and true. And another thing he realized is that there is a creator. Another thing he realized is that we're the Israelites. All right. And that's what Esau doing an extensive search, because the scriptures say that Esau Edom searched out all things. All right. And with that information, that's the reason why Esau Edom is making he made I think it's like the 5th branch of the military, if I'm not mistaken, the Space Force, as well as this devil. He's preparing those super soldiers because he knows that the men of the Lord is going to receive spiritual powers. All right. And this devil, he's known that for a long time. All right. And that's the reason why, they put, because Esau Edom, he controls what the people see in the media. All right. So why is this devil putting so much money? First and foremost, he put so much money because going back to the comics, all right, they knew that the men of the Lord was going to get powers during those times when they was just putting out comics. All right. That's why they allowed Marvel and DC, to really blow up, because that really appealed. They was able to make money off of it. All right. And it appealed to Jake. All right. And now, Esau Edom just shoveled all kind of money into making the same narrative over and over again about Jakes or Israelites, receiving spiritual powers, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians. OK, video games, it's the same narrative, because Esau Edom, he wants to try to call it. All right, before it happens. All right. But really, these things are in the scriptures, man. All right. And the Lord is about to endow his men with that power. There's no searching of his understanding, man. So the things that we're finna be doing in the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, is not going to be explainable. It's really going to be eerie. It's going to be jarring. All right. And it's going to strike fear into the elect. All right. Because when they see these things, they're going to be willing. All right. Let me actually get that. They're going to be willing. But it's going to be in the fear of Yahweh Shema Shai, though. Because they're going to see what the Lord is capable of. All right. And it's going to be mind boggling. It's going to be unsettling. All right. People's not going to be able to sleep when they see the stuff that the men of the Lord is finna be doing. OK. This is Psalms 110:3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. Okay. So when people see brothers, just take off And there's no amount of CGI that's going to be able to really, justify or really, capture how it's going to be in real life. There's no amount of CGI, all right, that's going to capture, seeing it in person in real time. Brothers literally taking off and just, going, hundreds of feet up in the sky, man. 200 feet, 300 feet, and just going up and not stopping, and then just taking off, at warp speed. All right. Being able to teleport. Okay. Because when the Lord, the men of the Lord already got spiritual power. All right. The elect, because it goes into the Holy Spirit. Being able to understand and break down this truth is spiritual power. Break down the Bible the proper way. All right. But there's something that's dormant, that's within the elect, that the Lord is going to activate it. Okay. And once the Lord activates that power that's dormant, that's waiting right now, is inactive within the elect. When the Lord activates it, okay, the elect is going to be able to do miraculous things. All right. The Lord is finna pull off, the training wheels. All right. And when people see that, man, when that power, hey, man, raising people up from the dead, healing the lame, healing the blind. Okay. The things that you read about in the scriptures, many different accounts, is coming back in a big way. All right. It reminds me of that old school cartoon called Danny Phantom. All right. If you just watch the intro, pretty much, it said his molecules got all rearranged. Pretty much he got supercharged, and it said he could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. Okay. Hey, that's how the elect is going to be. Okay. And imagine that, just seeing somebody. I'm looking at a license plate that says 555, which is power. It is 3 times, which is understanding. All right. Imagine, a brother just literally walked through the wall, man. Like, what kind of it's not going to make sense at all. But that's it. Going back to Isaiah 40 and 28. Okay. Where it says there is no searching of his understanding. All right. So that's going to strike fear. All right. And into the hearts of the 1/3. Okay. And the scriptures say, through thy terror, we persuade men. Because not only is people's going to be getting put to death out here. All right. People's going to be dying horribly. Men, women, little children, infants, the elderly. All right. Then you're going to start seeing men, freaking levitating. All right. Hey, that's only going to make you fear Yahweh Shema Shai even more. Because the Lord is all about why we should fear him. All right. The Lord keeps giving us many, many different ways on why we should continue to fear Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay. So Isaiah 40 and 29, it says he giveth power to the faint. And that's us right now. The scriptures say he shall wear out the saints. All right. That's part of our endurance, the afflictions that we have to endure, being in his truth. Okay. But if we remain faithful and we wait on Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, the scriptures say the Lord is going to renew our strength. All right. And you have brothers, Lord's will, we part of that number. Okay. You got brothers that are going to receive power, and other brothers' ailments are going to be healed. Okay. Brothers is going to be in tip top shape, because it says thou hast the dew of thy youth. Okay. So brothers is going to be as if they're young again, just by getting healed. And that's just on this side prior to the immortal bodies. Okay. So the Lord, he's going to renew our strength. All right. Real soon, because we see this devil. He's finna come down with the wrath. All right. He's pushing the MOTB. All right. He got his propaganda machine pumping. Okay, so that just means the power is on its way, man. All right, and when that power come, all right, that's going to be even more an incentive for Esau Edom to shut the internet down. All right, it's going to be too much for him. All right, but there's going to be elusive clips, all right, of brothers flying, and it's going to be circulating. You know, it's going to be on World Star Hip Hop. Is this true, or is this with the caption, is this real or is it fake? A man reported, you know, jumping from rooftop to rooftop. All right, that's what's finna be happening, man. Okay, so Isaiah 40:29, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. All right, and we literally have no might. You know, especially against Esau Edom. All right, this devil, he has a whole, you know, military. You know, he controls this construct. All right, we're subject, you know, to you know, we got to pay rent, we got to work for this devil. All right, and on top of that, this devil, he wants to set up that task force, you know, which really they're just coming after the prophets. Okay, all right, but when the Lord, the scriptures tell you, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard, man. All right. So even though, you know, we're waiting on Yahweh Shema Shai, that's our defense. All right. That's how we going to, you know, be protected. OK, so I'm going to continue to read verse 30. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. Yeah, because you got a lot of basketball players, football players, athletes, all right, people that, you know, are pretty much, you know, for the lack of better words, healthy. Okay. You know, they're not really going through any type of major ailments like the men of the Lord. Most of the men of the Lord are going through. Okay. You know, they're not stricken with, you know, a lack of energy all the time. You know, they're gonna faint and be weary in that day. All right, because they're through. All right, they don't have Yahweh Shema Shai. So when the enemy coming down upon them, they're gonna be hemmed up, you know, tossed into them camps, and they're gonna be through. All right, but I'm gonna continue to read. It says, verse 31, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. All right. And, you know, one of the things that come to mind is X-Men. You know, my favorite character, Angel. All right. And pretty much, you know, he was upgraded to Archangel. I believe that was his Archangel. And pretty much, you know, his wings was healed. It's in that movie X-Men Armageddon. All right. And pretty much, you know, the one that healed him represented our Lord Yahweh Shai. But he had to go through the pain in order to receive that upgrade, you know. And that's us. You know, we're going through the furnace of adversity. All right. We're going through the trials, the afflictions. But if we endure it, the Lord is finna make us his battle axe and weapons of war. All right. And we're going to mount up with wings as eagles, just like that character. But it's going to be spiritual wings. All right, we're going to be able to really fly. Okay. You know, we're going to be able to mount up and lift up. Okay. And when you look at the birds, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes you see the birds, they don't even flap their wings. They just have their wings open and they're just literally just floating on air, you know. And the Lord is the one that created that. If you want to look at spiritual power, just look at the animals, man. You know, but that same power the Lord is going to endow upon his servants, man. All right. And again, you know, we can't be afraid of going thousands of feet, because a lot of Jake guy is afraid of heights, man. All right. But the spiritual power is the ultimate amount of faith, man. All right. So when we, Lord's will, we get that power, we flying hundreds of feet up in the sky, man, it's going to be, man, it's going to be exhilarating. That's the only way I could describe it, man. All right. And it takes a certain type of spirit that actually is going to want to be able to do that, man. All right. But it says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Yeah, we also going to be able to run like the Flash. All right. We're going to be able to, because we're going to be outside of the laws of physics, man. All right. And we're going to be supercharged in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. We're going to be outside of the laws of physics. So, the things that hold these people down, such as gravity, inertia, those type of forces, all right, is not going to have, it's going to be none and void. It's going to be of none effect upon the men of the Lord. All right. And the Lord is going to allow us to have that free range, that free power. Okay. Let me get another precept. Hey, and there's a saying, hey, we can't be afraid to be great. We can't be afraid of greatness. All right. And that's the elect. All right. We're stepping into the greatest thing in existence. All right. This is St. John 1:50. It says, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Salakia. Well, actually, let me read this one through the Spirit. St. John 1:50. It says, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, because I said unto thee, I saw thee under the fig tree, believest thou? And that was spiritual power in itself. It says, thou shalt see greater things than these. So if we believe, all right, we're going to see greater things. And not only are we going to see greater things, because brothers have seen miracles, but we're going to be able to do greater things. Okay? We're going to be able to do. Okay? Let me get a quick precept. St. John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me. So we got to believe on Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because Yahweh Shai is the one that's dealing with us directly. All right, yeah, the Lord has the angels, but the angels, they're literally, doing the will of Yahweh Shai through Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, so the angels is like, don't worship me. So if you see an angel, that's because Yahweh Shai said, go ahead and let them see you. All right. So Yahweh Shai, we're having an intimate relation with the Most High through the Most High Son, Yahweh Shai, because he's making intercession for us. So you have to believe in Yahweh Shai, man, or else there's no way to be delivered. All right. And Yahweh Shai, he's real, man. He's literally in the chariots in the heavens and all that. He's literally monitoring everything that's going down in the earth. All right. There's nothing, that is unseen. All right. The Lord, he knows what every nigga is doing in every hood in the earth. He knows what every Edomite is doing in every city in the earth. He knows what every heathen is doing. He knows where all the animals is doing, all the birds is doing. All right. All the angels, they're just sending them the report. All right. He knows what the elect is doing. So, St. John 14:12, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So we're going to do greater works. All right. And talk about stepping into greatness. All right. And we can't be afraid to step into greatness, man. All right. Because if the Lord chose you, All right. And then on top of that, not only chose you, but also he gave you that power. Then it's going to be impossible for you to do anything other than what the Lord wants you to do. All right. Just like it said, hey, his word was in me. It burnt. It pretty much, he had to prophesy. All right. But when the Lord turns up that spirit and that power comes, it's going to be within you you're literally going to be doing what the Lord wants you to do, but on even a higher level, because you're going to be bestowing that power. There's going to be certain instances where you're going to just know, okay, this is the time where the Lord want me to use that power. You're just going to know. All right. Because situation is going to present themselves to you. Maybe somebody needs to be healed. All right. Maybe there's a situation where, people need to be fed. People that believe on Yahweh Shai, that is. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is greatness. Brothers don't even, hey man, I say this, we don't even really know into the kingdom how, like the elder brother Kazak Yahweh Allah says, we're not even really going to know how big this thing is, what we're doing in the kingdom, man. Because this thing is far out what we're doing. All right. And it's so far out. Hey, the Lord even made it look insignificant to the world. Okay. But it's really monumental. Okay. And really, it's going to start paying off during the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be made apparent how monumental this thing is, man. Okay. So, let me get another precept. This is Psalms 55:6. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. Okay. Wings like a dove. And when if you've ever seen a dove fly, all right, there's a reason why the dove is the Most High Yahweh's favorite bird. All right. Because the Lord has favorites. And one of his favorite birds is the dove. Okay. And, there's a reason why it's the Lord's favorite. If you've seen a dove fly, a dove almost looks animated. It doesn't even really look real sometimes because they fly so majestically. Okay. And even the feathers look majestic, It's like surreal sometimes, especially when the Lord will make you see one, and it's at the right time in the spirit, and you just see a dove flying, pure white, which white stands for purity, So we're going to be able to fly like a dove, man. We're going to be able to majestically, fly, man. We're going to be able to levitate. All right. Nothing is going to be able to stop us. Okay. Let me get another precept. Jeremiah 51:20. It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. All right. And that's the balance. We're going to be majestic. At the same time, we're going to be able to deal a lot of damage. All right. Because Esau Edom got them robots out there. All right. He got them super soldiers. All right. But that's just because the Lord likes a good movie. All right. And it's really for the elect to have fun, to be real. All right. Because these regular people out here, when that power comes, it's going to be too easy. So it says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations. And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Okay. So ultimately, we're going to be perfected, when we get into those new immortal bodies, because that's game over. All right. Because the power that we receive in on this side with this mortal flesh is really going to be limited. All right. But when we get those immortal bodies, we're literally going to be gods. There's going to be nothing that's off limits for us, But the Lord is going to let us have a little test run on this side with that power. Okay, it's going to be a little test run. All right, and it's going to be wild. But the new bodies, there's nothing can compare to having those new bodies, hands down. Okay, that's when it's gonna be really game time. That's when it's gonna be on and cracking, man. That's when we can finally rest, is when we get up in that new body, man. All right, and we're gonna know all things. Okay. So with that being said, Lord's willing, this lesson is edifying. I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Shema, Shai, Bashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a bar.